I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it?
My question is for Meghan. Meghan, besides holder of briefcase 24 on Deal or No Deal, what do you think your most impactful role was?
Hey, thanks for having us on the show.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I kind of took you out of your natural habitat. I'm surprised you're still breathing.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I
I
are...
was totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists.
You really need to stop thinking in terms of palaces. We have to get jobs. I have to start auditioning again.
Oh yes, you were on the very famous show Suits. More popular in the States than even Friends, you told us.
The second that South Park's iconic theme song blared out for the long-awaited Season 27 premiere, fans went into overdrive. Like, hold up, are they really about to bring Meghan and Harry back? After last season's absolute scorcher of an episode, everyone was wondering, was that brutal takedown just a one-off or the start of something way more savage? Well, blink and you'd miss it, but oh, the internet did not miss it. In the first 60 seconds of the premiere, eagle-eyed fans caught a glimpse that had TikTok and Reddit on fire, a certain red-haired silhouette, a wide-brimmed hat, a drink that looked suspiciously like rosé. Oh yes, it was subtle, but that's what made it brilliant. South Park didn't even need to say their names. The internet did it for them. Within minutes, freeze frames were flying across social media. They're back! One post screamed, and just like that, South Park had sneakily soft-launched the sequel. But wait, it wasn't just a callback. Oh no, this was the first breadcrumb. The internet quickly connected the dots. Meghan and Harry are about to be the center of a brand new episode, and from what insiders are whispering, it could be airing any day now.
It has been several months now since our beloved queen has died. All Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the prince and his wife.
Remember the first roast? The worldwide privacy tour? The candle scent? The never-ending memoir? That episode didn't just roast them, it completely flipped public opinion. And now, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they're not just circling back, they're doubling down. That blink and you miss it teaser? Yeah, that was BAIT, and fans? Oh, they're living for it. Comments were exploding with, "Let's go!" And they survived round one just to get grilled again? Iconic. One person said, "I've been waiting for this since the royal wedding." The hype is unreal, especially since the premiere barely showed anything. And yet that little whisper of a teaser hit like a bombshell. People are hungry, starving for more Meghan and Harry satire. And let's talk timing. Meghan just soft-launched her new rosé brand, yep, pink wine, and is clearly angling to become a lifestyle guru. Meanwhile, Harry? He's been silent. No interviews, no public appearances, nada. So, South Park swooping in right now? It's not just comedy, it's a targeted strike.
So nice to have you back in London, Meghan. I've missed our little lunches.
We've never had lunch together, Kate.
Well, we must continue the tradition.
Here's the thing. South Park doesn't tease for fun. When they drop hints in a premiere, it means something huge is coming. Remember how they built up the streaming wars or the pandemic specials? Every second, every frame is planned. And this time, it's Meghan and Harry back in the firing line. But don't expect sympathy. This won't be about second chances. It's going to be about what happens when public figures become walking punchlines. And behind the scenes, chaos. Pure chaos. While fans were busy screenshotting and screaming online, sources say things were unraveling at record speed at Archewell HQ. Word is Meghan immediately called her lawyer, and not for a chill check-in. This was a full-on red alert. That's what her team calls it when a PR meltdown is on the horizon. And this? Oh, it was DEFCON 1. But what really set Meghan off wasn't just the cartoon itself. It was the realization that South Park's not done. Not even close.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
Meghan, who still reportedly can't stand being mocked as a walking candle scent, is said to be furious, like storming around the house mad. And the timing couldn't be worse. She's in full rebrand mode, pushing pastel vibes and vineyard aesthetics, and now this? Cue the late-night panic mode. Phones were ringing from Montecito to Manhattan. Lawyers, PR experts, damage control squads. One crisis consultant said it best. They're not freaking out about what aired tonight. They're terrified about what's coming next. Because let's be real, South Park doesn't tease unless the follow-up is already locked, loaded, and ready to detonate. And Meghan? She knows better than anyone how fast a joke can become a meme, and how fast a meme can destroy an image. Last time, they stayed mostly silent. This time, she's not letting it slide.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I kind of took you out of your natural habitat. I'm surprised you're still breathing.
But not everyone in Camp Sussex agrees on what to do. Behind the scenes, there's serious infighting. One idea? Issue a preemptive statement, something about being disappointed or concerned. But others warned her, don't give it oxygen. You react, you validate it. One aide reportedly said, you'll look pressed. Meanwhile, the internet, oh, it's moving on without them. Clips are spreading, TikToks are exploding, fan edits now have Meghan's real voice dubbed over the cartoon, and the silence from Archewell, it's deafening and telling. Writers aren't just teasing, they're daring her to react. And apparently the real nightmare hasn't even started, because just 48 hours after the premiere, things went from messy to disastrous. Leaks, and not the juicy kind. Private Discord servers and locked Twitter circles started showing what looked like fan art. A cartoon Meghan holding a rosé bottle the size of her head. Harry sobbing over rejection letters. Funny? Yes. But then came the bombshell.
Hey, thanks for having us on the show.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
A storyboard frame, watermarked and labeled Scene 14, Act 1. That's when fans realized this wasn't fan art. These were legit internal storyboards leaked straight from the animation team, and they were brutal. This time, it wasn't just mocking privacy. It was obliterating their entire rebrand. Meghan launching empathy in a bottle, Harry clutching a measuring cup labeled spare parts, savage, viral, and painfully close to real headlines. By day 3, Reddit was in full detective mode. Is that Meghan standing on a vineyard made of broken Spotify logos? Is Harry filming a TikTok apology while being chased by bees labeled public backlash? Satire? Sure, but ouch. And Archewell's team, reportedly in meltdown, trying to trace the leak, hunting the source? Was it a disgruntled freelancer, a PR stunt? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, Meghan's team is not laughing.
I don't know what to do. How are we going to pay for school for Archie?
I have to tell you, I never realized so many things cost money. Like this chicken. I bet you had to pay for it.
And here's where things hit a whole new level. Word on the street is Meghan's team started whispering about legal action. Like, seriously? Suing South Park? Nice try. Experts were quick to shut that down. Parody is basically bulletproof, especially with South Park. These guys have been dragged into court by politicians, religions, you name it, and they never flinched. One entertainment lawyer put it perfectly. If Meghan thinks she can intimidate South Park's legal team, she's about to learn a very public lesson. And timing couldn't be worse. Meghan's rosé is barely off the ground and already being mocked. Meanwhile, Harry's in hiding. This isn't just another cartoon. This could hit their brand at the core. That first episode mocked their thirst for privacy. This one, it's gunning for their credibility, their future deals, their legacy. And Meghan, who's made a career of controlling the narrative, might finally be facing a storm she can't spin her way out of. But then, here comes the shocker.
So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
Prince Harry, not angry, not outraged, just unraveling. One former staffer, still loosely connected to the couple, described it as genuinely concerning. Harry was seen pacing the grounds of their Montecito mansion, earbuds in, phone glued to his ear, and guess who he was talking to? He was hoping the world would just move on, but South Park made sure no one did.
I'm sorry, I'm just really stressed. We're completely out of money.
Maybe it's time we dip into your fortune from Suits.
There is no fortune from Suits.
And here's where it gets truly sad. Harry's team apparently reached out to royal-friendly media outlets back in the UK, not for statements, just to test the waters. Would the palace defend him? Would they step in? We're not just talking headlines anymore. We're talking millions of dollars. Deals, collabs, all suddenly at risk.
Hi, I'm Meghan Markle.
And I'm Harry. Harry.
And we're royally screwed.
According to one marketing exec who's worked with high-end lifestyle brands, South Park's little teaser may have already sent luxury advertisers running for the hills. Once you're seen as parody material, she said, your image isn't exclusive anymore. It's laughable. Meghan pushing rosé was supposed to be elegant, aspirational, but Meghan as a joke? That's commercial suicide. And unfortunately for Meghan, the timing could not be worse.
Andy, you gotta be kidding me. I've brought plenty of conflict to the show.
I'm sorry, Meghan. It's just not working out. All you talked about all season was your line of ketchup.
Behind the scenes, her team has been trying to rebrand her. A softer, curated image. Cozy, feminine, wine in a lavender field vibes. But now, instead of sipping rosé in Provence, the dominant visual is her cartoon twin being dragged in front of the whole world. Hard. And the royal family? They're not coming to the rescue. In fact, they might be enjoying the show.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I
I'm totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists.
Across the pond, the silence is loud. The palace isn't flinching. No comments, no support, nothing. But according to longtime royal aides, that silence isn't neutral, it's intentional. You can't make yourself a product, said one royal insider, and then act shocked when people start reviewing it. And now, the press office has one order: stay silent. Don't fuel the fire, but don't put it out either. Let it burn. Because Meghan once believed the family would be cruel in private but supportive in public, but now it's the opposite.
Bravo fired me. Well, not really, but basically, they only offered me friend of the housewives for next season.
Not a single whisper from the royal rota, no anonymous source spinning a sad quote, no sympathetic headline, just crickets. Meanwhile, back in Hollywood, Meghan and Harry are in a pressure cooker, and the flames are being fed from every angle. Colbert got in on it too, saying the Duke and Duchess of Montecito are shaken, probably by the tannins. Even comedians at the Laugh Factory were weighing in. One rising star opened her set with, "Meghan's rosé pairs perfectly with hypocrisy and an inflated ego. It tastes like victimhood with a finish of delusion." It got clipped. It went viral. Over 10 million views. This isn't just satire anymore. This is a global event. And Meghan's team, they're watching it all spiral with no idea how to stop it.
So you hate journalists?
That's right.
And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family?
Right.
So you're a journalist?
And now, Meghan's team is in full-blown scramble mode. Sources say they were desperately brainstorming ways to soften the blow before the episode even airs. One early idea? A surprise sit-down interview. Not Oprah, those bridges are rumored to be toast, but someone more low-key, someone safe. That's the power of South Park. It makes the whole world flinch.
Dad, do you have any cash for a cab? Oh, look. Grandma's on the money. I never noticed that before.
Even Meghan's backup plans were falling apart. Maybe a heartfelt Instagram video, maybe a handwritten letter campaign, nothing stuck. And Meghan, she's walking straight into it. Here's where it gets even messier. Every single move Meghan's team makes right now, it's a setup. One strategist put it bluntly, they're playing chess with satirists while still thinking in checkers. Any attempt to paint Meghan as a victim, any heartfelt Instagram caption or teary-eyed interview isn't just a PR risk, it's a punchline waiting to happen. Literally, because according to insiders, the South Park creators are waiting for it. They're watching every nervous PR rollout, every tweet, every leak, and every overreaction just becomes fuel. If Meghan and Harry thought a lawyer letter or media silence would make Trey and Matt back off, oh, they really don't get how this game works. Trey Parker and Matt Stone don't run from controversy, they run toward it, and that's not a cycle PR can fix, because you can't outpace parody, you can't silence satire. You definitely can't sue a cartoon and win. Most brutal of all, South Park didn't just mock their actions, it mocked their intentions, their constant contradictions, their self-reinvention wrapped in victimhood sold through lifestyle content. It stripped the polish off, left just the performance. And now, even the public, once curious, once maybe even hopeful, has changed. The tone isn't outrage, it's amusement, it's dismissal. And that's what Meghan and Harry never saw coming. Because in the entertainment world, controversy is one thing. But when people stop taking you seriously, that's the true death of a brand. And with South Park allegedly gearing up to air the full episode soon, maybe even in feature-length form, Meghan and Harry aren't just waiting for the punchline, they are the punchline. So now the question isn't whether the episode will land, it's how hard. Can Meghan and Harry survive another animated dragging? Or is this the final nail in the crownless, rosé-flavored, influencer-fueled identity they've spent years building? And more importantly, what happens when the world stops laughing with you and starts laughing at you? Because from the looks of it, that shift has already begun. So go ahead, drop your thoughts below. Is this the downfall? Can the Sussexes bounce back? Or is this cartoon comeback the beginning of the end? Like, subscribe, and get ready. Because whatever South Park has planned, it's coming. And it's gonna hit harder than a rosé hangover in Montecito.